And then the second one I wanted to talk about was sort of dopamine hits. So again, the idea of the personal tutor, I think, is a great one. I think it's brilliant if we could give every student a personal tutor on their side, when they're independently learning, that they could really enjoy utilizing. But what we've seen with social media and some gaming apps, and this is just based on some research, and I'm sure lots of people that academics are doing research all over the place, and I'd love it if they posted their researchers as comments, because all of us can learn from this. And this is certainly just what I've read from what other people have produced, is this kind of quick response to questions that you're asking is feeding this sort of dopamine hit. And kids, particularly the young adults too, are getting very, very hooked on these quick answers. Why is that relevant to where I'm trying to make the point is, we can have personal tutors, yes. They're not necessarily trained on just curriculum and educational material. If it's just a chatbot that could talk about anything and it's constantly giving you those answers, and sometimes every so often it could hallucinate. As time goes on, these models will get better and better and it will hallucinate less. But we're teaching children, again, that you're just going to get an instant gratification, that instant answer, that instant dopamine hit from everything. One of the key lessons that I learned when I was at school, when I went to university, when I read law, and I know that teachers are very familiar with this, is that investment in doing the research, doing the analysis, and that learning curve that you go through with certain subjects. Now, we really do need to consider what the impact would be if children are just asking short, sharp questions to something versus going through that journey themselves. It could be, there's many researchers out there that will say, no, this is the best way, and education actually ought to be that way. It will be phenomenal. It's great. Or the balance for access to education, good education, outweighs what I'm talking about right now. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that research needs to be done in that area, because what we know from the social media research that's been done and the gaming research is that it has a negative impact
Mm.
on young people particularly. So again, over-reliance, this kind of instant gratification, quick dopamine hit from bots that people are getting used to, so they can't focus for a longer period of time. What are the true impacts of these when we're using and developing these sorts of technologies? And when you start talking about the ethical considerations of technology, I think that there is an onus on suppliers and companies developing this sort of stuff to be thinking about all of this.